Konami Studios. Avengers 45. It feels like we just reviewed this book and it's back. This is the last issue of Avengers until we jump into Heroes Reborn, which gives us a break from talking about the Avengers because, you know, I've been mixed on this book for a long time. You guys know that if you've been keeping up with these reviews. This issue in particular made me go, I don't get it. I don't understand what this is doing. Like, this entire book to me just reeks of Jason Aaron being, I want to write Blade. Maybe I should go write Blade. So maybe we're going to see a Blade miniseries coming from Jason Aaron soon about some weird stuff. But let's get into the book because it's not the worst thing that's happened in this Avengers run. It's a King in Black tie-in, or should I say a King in Black wrap-up, because it's just wrapping up the events of King in Black. The beginning of the book is some narration from Robbie Reyes, and he's just like, yeah, so we save the world again. That's what Avengers do. We're all heroes. We don't just like, we just win. We're the Avengers. We're heroes. So then we just like see a bunch of the Avengers just doing stuff. Cap's breaking like the world record for sprinting, deletes it from the record. Carol beats the world record for like powerlifting or whatever, and she like delete it from the record. And you're like, okay, it's fun, I guess. I like the scene where She-Hulk's reading a book because maybe she'll start to get smarter and not be this annoying character. Look, some people might like this She-Hulk. I get it. I don't like it. I think you're missing the key element of Jennifer Walters, and that was just how like she was the duality of the world. She was the brain and the brawn. And when you just give her the brawn or just the brain, it doesn't work. You miss that character. So everyone's doing stuff. We're just tying in a bunch of books. And what makes me kind of like angry with this book is just how like the last issue just wrapped up the Phoenix storyline. And now it's just like, oh, King of Black's over. It just goes so fast. It's an obvious time. I'm just like, why did you do that? Why did we go from Phoenix to King in Black? Why did you have to make this about King in Black in any ways? You could just literally make it a book about the vampire stuff. So we get a scene, you know, T'Challa's just like talking to like the ghost of his dad. He's learned like his fight patterns from an earlier battle, and it's fun stuff. Like, I like this interpretation of T'Challa. It is very clear that Jason Aaron likes this character, which is not a bad thing because it really helps that out. So we see that he's talking to his dad, Ghost, and they're like, I'm proud of you, my son. And then we figure out some more information happening from people like, was it Nighthawk? Is that his name? The Squadron Supreme characters, another group of people that Jason Aaron clearly wants to write about. And he's getting a chance to do it. I'm pretty sure he pitched Heroes Reborn so he could write about the Squadron Supreme. I think that's fair. That is very fair, and it's probably something he did. So, it looks like, I love this, it looks like, in a theme going around a lot in Marvel lately where people are getting like, you know, sovereign nations and becoming independents and having their own land, it looks like in Chernobyl, oh man, it looks like in Chernobyl that Dracula has met with the world governments and has decided, we are turning this into a nation. We are going to be a dependent nation. We're going to be like a Latveria. You guys get it. The vampire kingdom is in Chernobyl. They're recognized by the governments of the world and the UN. We are officially a nation of vampires. And cool. I'm like, really? Weird choice, but okay. It can make for a fun story. I will say that. I like the idea that now, like, the Marvel Universe has to recognize a nation of vampires and that Dracula is actually a ruler of something. That's kind of cool. So T'Challa tells Blade, and he's like, really? I mean, that's stupid. I'm not letting that happen. So he, like, quits the Avengers, but T'Challa's like, don't quit. Look, there's a way we can do this the right way. You just gotta trust me. I think that's fun. Like, again, these are like the two characters I think Jason Aaron writes the best. T'Challa and Blade, where it's just like the anger, the tactics, the smarts of both of those men. He clearly gets it. So I like the way T'Challa's like, look, I don't like it any more than you do, but there's a way around this where we can do this the right way. Show the vampire world that they can be like you and not like Dracula. So we set up that idea, but before we go to that, we get a scene. Just so you remember that this happened in the last issue of the Avengers, we get a scene of Robbie Reyes and Maya Lopez talking. So Maya Lopez just like is in the Avengers basement, just like sitting on a bed and stuff, and they're just having a conversation about, I guess she's becoming an Avenger now. They don't really specify. but it's cool. They connect. Obviously, like, you know, the Phoenix and the Ghost Rider have a history going back to the million BC Avengers. Yeah, yay. Oh, it's great. I don't know. Is it great? It's weird. My favorite part of this entire scene with Robbie and Maya is just like, when Robbie hands her the food, he just turns into Ghost Rider just so you remember that, like, he's a Ghost Rider. It's like, you're eating. Why did you just hand her the food? Whatever. But it looks like she's going to be a part of the Avengers now, or not. It's not really clear. But I'm like, okay, I'm glad we remember that last issue was the Phoenix stuff. So the Phoenix is here to stay, kind of. Okay, good job. It's good. So... oh, this book is weird, but not bad weird. It's not bad weird like some of the other stuff we saw. I'm just like, you clearly want to write other things, and I can't hate you for that, because if you want to write other things, show the world you do, and then maybe it'll happen. Maybe not today or tomorrow, but maybe it'll happen in a few years from now when you actually get to write your Blade story. So... Dracula is like, they're getting like their blood supply for something. Dracula's like, I guess we got visitors. I wonder what's going on. So the Avengers are outside, and Blade's walking in with like some weird demon beast that he's just bringing in. T'Challa's with him, and there's like at the gate of the nation of vampires, and all the Avengers are like, man, that guy is just one tough Avenger. He's so cool and awesome. We all like Blade so much. He's the best. And I'm like, yes, he is. He really is the best. He is really cool. So, what's the plan that is happening here? Because the world is still kind of skeptical of Dracula literally taking over Chernobyl, and since Blade is technically a vampire, he's allowed to come and go to the nation. Wakanda set it up where he's allowed to come in there and be one of the few people that are enter the nation of vampires. That is not technically a vampire, but he is technically a vampire. So, Blade declares himself the sheriff of Vampire Town, and you're like, okie dokie. I would like to read that book. I'm like, that sounds dope. That is just a really fun idea I want to see explored. You know, it sounds really cool. Just seeing Blade in like a world of vampires trying to keep the order together, it gives me serious like Johnny Blaze, the ruler of hell vibes, which I loved that storyline. So this works for me. I like this. And it's just so clearly Jason Aaron saying, give me this book. I want to write this book. Give it to Ed Brisson too. Just write this book. It would be really cool. I think it'd be really fun. That's the book. That's everything that happens in this Avengers book. It's funny, it's weird, it's not a King in Black book at all, but I guess that's going to get people to buy it. I don't know. It's silly, it's stupid, but people will enjoy it probably. It's the Avengers. You either like it or you don't at this point. But we got a break for about a month and a half, so take that as you will, guys. So, Avengers issue 45, I am going to give a 6 out of 10. Now, thank you guys for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, Patreon, Twitter, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you in the next one. Have fun, stay safe, good luck.